Hola amigos, let's learn how to use the Spanish articles el, la, los, las, and the nouns right after this. Hola amigos, and welcome back to the Spanish Doctor, here to cure all your Spanish ills. I will be speaking mostly in Spanish at the beginning. Please follow along, look at the text below, pause it, rewind it, say after me. Hola, soy Ricardo. Yo soy el doctor de español. No soy un doctor de medicina. Tengo el doctorado en español. Yo soy profesor de español. Mi padre no es doctor. Mi madre no es doctora. Es una computadora. Las computadoras son indispensables. La computadora aquí tiene muchos videojuegos y música. Los videojuegos y la música son importantes para mí. Es un teléfono. Es un Note 7. Es peligroso. Es un lápiz. El lápiz es grande. Los lápices son útiles. Es un dólar. El dólar tiene la imagen de George Washington. Es una mano. Las manos son importantes para los videojuegos. Es un mapa. Es un mapa de España. Los mapas son importantes. Los sustantivos no son un problema para los estudiantes. Jay-Z tiene 99 problemas, pero Beyoncé tiene limonada. In the last episode on adjectives, we talked about how adjectives have to agree with gender and number. We were talking about people, so it was easier to know who was masculine and who was feminine. Nouns in Spanish also have gender. As ridiculous as it may seem, the computer is feminine, the keyboard is masculine. The objects themselves offer us no clue as to their gender. The gender of nouns is something that we have just agreed upon in our language. With masculine nouns, we will use el for singular, los for plural. With feminine nouns, we will use la for singular and las for plural. To make nouns that end in o or a plural, generally you'll just add an s. To make nouns that end in consonants plural, generally you'll add es. The most common masculine singular noun ends in o. For example, el teléfono. The o ending tells us it is masculine. But there are some exceptions. I also spoke of la mano. La mano is definitely feminine and has to use a feminine article. For feminine nouns, the most common ending is a. La computadora. There are, of course, exceptions with this as well, such as el mapa. For plural, we say los mapas. Nouns may also end in consonants, such as el doctor. For plural, we say los doctores, just as we did with adjectives that ended in consonants in our adjective video. There's one spelling irregularity that I'd like to mention, and that is for el lápiz. For plural, we say los lápices. You may remember from our alfabeto video that in Spanish, we avoid writing Z-E. So we write C-E-S. We also have feminine nouns that end in consonants, such as la cárcel, jail. You wouldn't know just by looking at the word that it's feminine. The same could be said for nouns that end in E. For example, en la cárcel hay muchos delincuentes, but you could be un delincuente or una delincuente. Sometimes when a noun ends with an E, we can just change the article for masculine or feminine. Now, let's talk about using articles. We have two kinds. Indefinite, which are like a, an, un, una, unos, unas. And we also have definite. El, la, los, las. We use the definite when we are talking about something for the first time. Es una computadora. La computadora es buena. This is how we would use articles in English. We tend to use an indefinite article the first time we talk about something, and then a definite article the second time we mention it. If the speaker and the listener both know what is being spoken about, many times you can just go straight to the definite article. For example, if you leave your child at home alone and they call you at work and they say, "Mom, the refrigerator is broken," will you question which refrigerator that might be? You would know exactly which refrigerator she's talking about. If your child calls you at work and says, "Mom, a refrigerator is broken," you will say, "What do I care?" One of the trickier aspects of using indefinite articles is that they can be singular and plural. We have a, an in English, but we have something like a plural a, an in Spanish. Un lápiz, unos lápices. We use something like unos or unas for an indeterminate number of those items. In English, a way we could do this is by using some. I have some pencils. Tengo unos lápices. There are many more rules we could go over for articles, but we will stick with the basics for now. Bueno amigos, muchas gracias and thank you for joining me in another episode of The Spanish Doctor. Put together all the knowledge you learned so far in my video series and write a comment down below. La computadora es buena. El doctor de español es cómico. Bueno, suscríbete, échame un me gusta y nos vemos.